Hoy Park, July 17th. First day of the heat wave coming up. It's going to be about 93 degrees today and maybe close to 100 by the time the weekend comes. Today is Wednesday. But I brought my fly rod today with a popper. And the water is a lot clearer than it was last time I was out here, despite all the rain we had last week. There's something swirling over there. I don't know what that is. There's my first fish. Little redbreast on the yellow popper. Now I realize I made a mistake bringing the sit inside, because it's not easy fly fishing from it. But I'll make do. There's a fish. Little guy. Another redbreast, it looks like. They're hitting it, the little guy. I do have a little spinning rod with 3-pound fluorocarbon with a little squirmy wormy and a little tiny trout magnet bobber. That works great too. So if I get tired of fly fishing, I can go over to that. There you go. Fun fishing on a hot day. Hope to get into some bigger ones here. I probably will. So far they're pretty dinky. Yeah, in among all these rocks here is a good spot. See that? Fortunately, the fish aren't too big. Well, the wind is blowing, which is making it hard to fly fish, so I got the little squirmy wormy on, and they're taking that pretty good. Oops, he got off. Bluegill. It's a giant. Now I've got tied on something I tied over the winter called a squirminator. Looks pretty appealing. First cast. Of course, that's a tiny fish. I'm hoping to get some bigger ones. I can show you. They seem to like it though. So far. Yep, I have to say the bluegills are few and far between in this stretch, so it's always nice when you get one. Pretty good one. Not bad. On the squirminator. I always love catching bluegills in this stretch. There he is. Okay, buddy. See ya. Nice to get him. There's a nice big rock over there, so let's see if there's any more over there. Another bluegill. Love to see it. Love to see them bluegills in the creek. bluegill. How do you like that? All right. A school of them. That's a decent one. Decent. Beautiful colors. Yeah, man. Nice to see them hanging around together. Let's see if we can get another bluegill in there. That's 3 out of the same spot. Another bluegill. Not as big as the others. There's a log in the water over there. They seem to like this wood or big rocks. Anywhere there's some shade. There we go. That's number 4. Something took a bite out of him. Another bluegill. How do you like that? Oh no, that's a hybrid. That's a hybrid there. Cool. Maybe a bluegill green sunfish hybrid. I don't know. Beautiful fish. They always seem to have that red ear flap. Cool. I thought it was a bluegill, but it's a redbreast. You can see that log in the water. Redbreast, but not a bad one. Another bluegill. How do you like that? I'll catch bluegills all day, man. Maybe they're getting a little more common in here. There you go. The minnow bait. Hey, it's a hybrid. Look at that. On the pin to minnow. How about that? Cool. The little split shot up the line. I was hoping if I put this minnow on I'd catch a bass, and I did, but man, it's awful dinky. So I guess there are a few in here. Tiny, tiny, tiny. I guess I'll make another run up towards the bridge. Fish that and come back down. Caught a lot of fish today, a lot of small ones, as usual in here. One tiny bass. And the nice surprise was 5 or 6 bluegills, which is always nice to see in this creek. And 2 hybrids. Try the bridge, come back down. Probably won't fish on the way back down. I'll just come back down, call it a day. And I was talking to a guy this morning on the fishing pier, and you can get channel cats, carp, bullheads off that pier. And while I was there, he caught a nice sucker. It was probably about 17 inches long. But considering that's only 5 minutes from home, makes for an easy afternoon. Not real hopeful about the bass, but make the best of it with what it has to offer. I've dunked myself probably about 5 times, and the kayak has a little bit of water in it, so when I get back to the ramp, it's going to drain pretty good. Without dunking and sunscreen and my face mask, whatever you want to call it, which I got wet, I wouldn't have lasted. It is really very hot out here, but it's nice if you're cooled off by the water. Yeah, the fly fishing didn't work out. Too hard from this little sit-in kayak. I really need one of my 2 sit-on tops, and then I'm fine. Just too much work, sitting so low. I got my kayak parked now. We're in a little bit of moving water, but it's pretty shallow. So I'm not real hopeful about the bass, but we'll try. Okay, so I have the old Squirminator tied on. That worked pretty well down below. So I didn't have any luck with the Pins minnow going across the stream. Maybe there's some big redbreasts up here again, so we'll find out. Getting some little ones, but I got to get up in this deeper water here. One's a little bit better. Not the size I got last time, but there's a decent one there. That's probably about the biggest one that I've caught up here. The real big ones aren't in here, but that's decent there. Oh, the way he hit, that might be a little largemouth bass. That's what it is. How about that? How about it? Huh. I hooked him right in the middle. Whoops, there he goes. I hope I can bring you some videos with bigger fish, but this kills a summer day anyway. That one's not bad. Maybe about the same as that last one, a little smaller. Not too bad. A little smaller than the last one. They are fun anyway. There we go. There's another. I really like this Squirminator. That's for sure. Fat. It's not a bad one. same size as those other two. They're pretty. There's another one. They're stacked up in there. About the same size. A little smaller. It'll make some good eating if you needed to eat and wanted to do all the work. There's a decent one. Not bad, nice and fat. Not bad. There's another decent one right there. Hey, it's a little smallmouth bass. How about that? Little bass. Now, some people would call this boring kind of fishing, catching small fish. But in a heat wave like this, it's just about getting out, getting wet, trying to stay cool, catching something. You never know what you might catch. Bluegills were a nice surprise. Hope you enjoyed.